Steve Goldberg and Nathan Barnett here with you today on Riders on Deck for the final time on this road trip. We're back here in Midland, Texas, and although the tarp is on the field back there behind us, it looks like we should be playing some baseball today and 2 games coming up between the Riders and the Rockhounds.
Yeah, weather looks fine today. It could be a little bit cold, as you can see from the hat I'm wearing here today. Just a little bit of spitting showers here and there, but we should be fine. And a lot of baseball today, but we have less baseball scheduled today than we played on Tuesday.
That's correct. We played a 15-inning game here on Tuesday, and the RoughRiders finally got the victory. They were down to their final out twice in the ball game, the Riders, but they couldn't shut the door on Midland. However, Frisco ended up scoring 4 runs in the 15th inning and got an 11-8 victory.
Yeah, win's a win, right? And at the end of the season, we'll remember this game. I don't think there's any question about that. But it counts just as much as all the rest. And you know, I think yesterday's rain out for both teams really was a huge boon to the pitching staffs, allowing both of these teams to rest. And even though you have a doubleheader today where you have 14 innings that you have to eat up somehow, you have 2 starting pitchers that are going to go. Both teams are not having to use a reliever as a starter in Game 2. So really, you're looking at maybe 5 innings, 4 innings out of the bullpen. So it's not as if today is going to be an extremely taxing day for the relievers as long as the starting pitchers don't have struggles really early on.
You also had that day off yesterday because of the rain out, so that helps the bullpen as well. Now, the RoughRiders, 2 straight victories over Midland here before the rain out yesterday. What do you expect to see out of Frisco today to keep on having success against these Rockhounds?
Sure, it's been impressive. You know, this is a team that they split against back at home, and for them to have the success that they've had here in the first 2 games really is saying something. Now, granted, they've been close games once again, and really pretty much each game could have gone either way. But I think the RoughRiders, they have to have the advantage on paper today. You got Connor Sadzik going in game number 1, a guy who almost every single time he has taken the ball, the RoughRiders have won the game that he has started. He's been tremendous. He's been really consistent, and we should see good stuff from Sadzik today. He will be going on an extra day of rest because he was scheduled to throw yesterday. And then Victor Payano, who was slated to throw today in a normal game, a normal 9-inning game, will be going in the back end. And Payano's been as good as any one of the Riders' rotation, maybe aside from Sadzik, the last 3 turns through. So I don't think you could have lined up a doubleheader to end a road trip much better than the way the RoughRiders have set up today. And on the other side for Midland, they've got 2 guys that have had mixed results in Corey Walter and Joel Seddon. Seddon pitched well against Frisco back at our ballpark a little more than a week ago, and he's pitched a little bit better in his last 3 or 4 starts. But the ERA is still close to 10. This is a guy that's been struggling this year, and the RoughRiders will have a chance to make some adjustments against him today after seeing him once already.
In doubleheaders this year, the RoughRiders are just 1-3, and they lost both games of a doubleheader on the road against Corpus Christi. What do the RoughRiders need to do here today, coming on the road one more time and playing 2 games here in Midland?
Yeah, you know, I think a lot can be made of doubleheaders. I don't know if they make that much of a difference. I know for the guys, it's a big mental thing. You know, you've got to be able to turn the page after the game is over, win or lose, and come right back and play another game as if you've had all day to prepare for it. So it's a mental challenge as much as anything else, but I think the off day yesterday, a little mental break maybe should help that as well. It's not as if you're facing a doubleheader at the end of a road trip that you've been grinding, playing every single day. The RoughRiders had a rainout on Sunday. They had a rainout yesterday. They haven't played that much baseball. Of course, 15 innings will catch up with you quickly. But with the day off yesterday, they should be ready to go. And I think we should see 2 relatively, quote, normal games, despite it being doubleheader games in 7 innings.
That wraps up today's edition of Riders on Deck. For Nathan Barnett, I'm Steve Goldberg. We'll see you back in Frisco tomorrow when the Riders open up a 4-game series against San Antonio.